This is our first time reaction to the Superman Day behind the scenes trailer. Scenes, look, whatever you want to call it. In three, two, one, play.
Being a child, I loved the purity of Superman. It was a time when I was starting to understand what movies were.
James didn't know that Superman was in his future. He wasn't sure that that was the one he should be doing. And then he called me one day and he said, I have a way in. I know what I want to talk about.
I had been trying to crack it for years. This character's noble and he's beautiful.
We just finished day one on Superman.
It's been a hell of a week at the office.
His scripts are so unique, his stories, they're heartfelt.
You know, we love the opportunity to play with the incredible DC library of characters and stories, and we really want to do justice for them.
Welcome to the Daily Planet. It's been so much fun to have the gang together finally.
I wear my trunks on the outside of my pants. Like, it's liberating.
James and his stories, he does it with heart.
Superman is a character who's good.
Who is filled with hope. He saves people because it's the right thing to do. We could use a little bit more of that.
Superman was my original superhero, and it started in comics, and I think it's going to be a game changer.
This is the beginning of the future. They are launching a new era right now.
It's the beginning of a whole new adventure and a whole new universe.
We're just getting started, and we're already deep in the DC universe. In James Gunn we trust, and I think we can do it.
All right. Well, now, that might be the most epic behind the scenes trailer propaganda I've ever seen. I love it. I dug it.
Propaganda it was. Yeah, it's just funny to see the actors like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the greatest thing for DC. James Gunn knows what he's talking about. Just actors acting,
Yeah.
boy. Just they always those behind the scenes. You can tell when there's a project that they really believe in. There's something about it. They're right. Like they don't get overly emotional and all that. It's just like
Yeah.
but they're a little sauce on this one.
Think they were hamming it up just a little bit?
Just a little bit. It is what it is. But I like all the actors in it. I mean, definitely Nicholas Hoult. I like all the stuff he does. He's an interesting actor. But I mean, it's fine, man. I mean, James Gunn, though, I mean, just it's funny. The first thing he said was, when I was young, I first exposed to movies, I saw Superman, and I was really interested in that. But then his career was totally opposite of what Superman was, it stood for. So it's just like, what? what happened? You saw Superman and said, let me do the exact opposite of that.
Wow, Superman inspired me to go that way.
So it's like, huh? I just don't get the connect. And then the guy's buddy was Seraphim, which we never seen at all. His the I guess studio head that we never see hear or talk.
Yeah.
He's just like James Gunn. He tried cracking for years and he found a way in. I guess the way in is put a bunch of other characters on the screen. I don't know. So it just seems a little much for 2.5 hours.
So yeah, I don't know what this means for the movie or anything. I just thought that was interesting. I like how they started with Christopher Reeve. They're like, all right, we're gonna put the heartstrings, start tugging on them right away. We got you with Christopher Reeves. We're going back old school. There seems to be a lot of going back to old school, right?
Yeah, nostalgia,
and
powerful. Well, but also, did you notice at the end was the same color scheme as the first Superman too, with the Superman logo popped up, the little the imaging behind it
Sure.
was very
Oh,
reminiscent.
wow,
So
wow.
they
Yes.
booked in nostalgia. So they're like, here's nostalgia, here's some gobbledygook, here's nostalgia. So it's like, oh yeah, I love that.
Look at all my gobbledygook. You like it, don't you? It reminds you of the old days.
Get you some of that
Um,
Superman soup.
tastes good, don't it? Um, one thing that I did notice is the subtle way they, because this is a very propaganda trailer. Just let's keep that real.
Yes, sir.
Um, the way he would always say, "No, you don't understand. Superman is good. Superman is good." It's like, okay, we know you're using that as an adjective to like describe the character Superman, but it's like people are coming away with that burnt in their heads. Superman is good. I must see Superman because it's a good movie. Superman, good, yes. It's just like the priming, the relating, the hypnotism, like the music piled up when he said that Superman is, cue the violins, good.
I think he's good. Look up in the sky, that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. I
funny
mean,
stuff.
look, if nothing else, I, I don't hate James Gunn. I actually think he's because I think the way he approaches the stories is like he kind of creates all this mess and foolishness, right? From uh, Guardians of the Galaxy to what's the other one? The what's it called? The Peacemaker, right?
Brightburn.
Yeah, Peacemaker,
Oh,
Redburn, all this stuff. He kind of creates all these. You're right. He did produce Redburn, which is
Brightburn.
Brightburn, which is the opposite of Superman, of course, an evil version of Superman. But I think what he does do, which is interesting, and this the contrast thing. He creates something so crazy and out there, right? Guardians of the Galaxy, but he puts heart in there, and so that contrast
Hmm.
makes the heart even more powerful. And it so I think I don't know if that's his angle here too, but if he can make it weird enough, which I think he's trying to, with all these characters showing up, Guy Gardner, Mister Terrific, it's go well, just all these. This is gonna be crazy, right? And then,
It's
but
like I'm imagining him trying to crack that nut or trying to figure out how to. It's like, all right, Superman. He's not that weird. If I make everything around Superman weird,
super weird.
I can make it weird.
Yeah.
I'm James Gunn. I am the genius of weird. I got it.
Yeah, and then he's gonna stand out by being so good, right, and so pure that it's just like, oh, that's why he's Superman, right? So it's gonna be
Yeah,
interesting. I think he's good at that contrast, and when you see all these different superheroes around him, that contrast is gonna be so blaring that is or so glaring that it's just like gonna be undeniable that this is Superman and he's good, and this is why you be interested in him in a world that's crazy. I mean, she even said that the actress that plays Lois Lane.
yeah,
Well, don't we need that right now? Don't we need
exactly.
goodness right now? Just
So I'm expecting him to follow a similar path that he did with Guardians of the Galaxy 3,
hmm
which did very well for an oddball movie.
well, they all did, man. The first one shouldn't have worked out. Worked well, um, but yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there? I haven't seen all his movies, so maybe Toxic Avenger. I don't know. Slither. I don't know. Maybe they have some insights
Oh,
into how it's going to crack open. We didn't see Rucker. Where's Michael? Was it Michael Rooker? He shows up in
I
all
don't
his
know.
movies. I saw Nathan Fillion. He's always in his movies, but yeah. So these directors, man, just like Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, De Niro, and uh, and Scorsese. So they always got their favorite actor, right? And they bring them back over and over again. So it's gonna be interesting. But yeah,
Yeah,
sure, I'm gonna be there for Superman. I just, I don't know, man. Are people hyped? The streets hyped about this, man.
I don't know. As always, let us know in the comments if you are hyped because this is an interesting one. Wasn't like a regular trailer, just a behind the scenes look. So if you want us to do more of these kinds of things, try out different reactions to different types of trailers, first looks, behind the scenes, whatever. Let us know. We'll see about getting them in there.
And people like the nostalgia. I'm looking at some of the other comments. Nostalgia. They like Superman is the practical effects. So that's kind of getting folks. So we'll see. Maybe James Gunn is on to something. So But anyway, guys, thank you for listening. As always, look, please like, subscribe, and comment at Show versus Business on X, Threads, YouTube, and Instagram. As you see, we give you guys shout out in the comments, so please continue to comment. Listen to us at Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Visit us at Show versus Business on our website. All right, Mr. Benja, have a good one.
Peace.